Yeah. Has anybody ever seen this picture before? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe. So I'm guessing no. So this is by a famous painter called Hokusai. He's a Japanese painter. And he's known for his series of painting, about 47 of them that you can see right hand side top corner, it says 1 out of 47. So about 47 paintings. We are not going to go into all of them, but we will see some of them today. There is something unique about this series of painting. It's the fact that they're all about, in some way or the other, angles of Mount Fujiyama, Mount Fuji. Have you heard about Mount Fuji? Yes, okay, Aditya has. I'm guessing others, if you have not, it's okay, look it up. We are here to learn new things. So, Mount Fuji is a snow capped mountain in Japan, and it's culturally very significant for the Japanese. It places, just like our Mount Everest, it places a big identity for Japan as a country, right? So, if can anybody tell me where Mount Fuji is on this particular picture? Anybody who has found it? Yeah. Okay. I am sung. I aim sung or I am sung. How is it pronounced? Nehal, if you know.
It's Samsung, right? I'm also not sure.
It's Imsang, you can call it.
Okay, M Sang. Okay, yes, it's right there in between, behind. Very nice. I love the way that all of you are having different perspectives already, because literally it is in between the picture, but also it is behind. So each person is getting an understanding around what we are going to be speaking today. We are going to be speaking largely about identities, perspectives, culture, right? These are critical elements of any youth exchange. Before we get into that, we'll start having a little bit of flavor of this process of identifying identities of self, and also going through this aspect of perspectives and shared culture. So can we go to the next one or two slides? Nehal?
Back to the slides. Yeah.
No, the others, no. Slide of that 1 out of 47.
1 out of 47. Okay, one
Yes,
sec.
one
Yeah.
out of no, right there. You just keep going to the right side. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Yeah, that's correct. Keep going. Let's just pick Nehal. It's up to you. Pick any picture and stop right there. You can also come
I
back.
like this one.
You like this one? Okay, great. So Nehal has chosen this picture, and this is how we will do the activity. Activity is pretty simple. Everybody can look at the picture, and I hope it's clear to everybody. Is it clear to everybody what you're seeing on screen? Okay. Yes, thanks. It's important that it's clear and there is no pixelated image, because the questions are going to be only one question, but it's going to be centered around this. Okay, so the question for you is this way: we're trying to know more of oneself. So we're going to start with a statement. Every person here needs to start with a statement or describe with a statement that will say this way. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat box. It will say, I see myself in this picture as dash because dash. Okay, just so that we are not confused. We look at the picture, pick anything. It can be a person, it can be a thing, it can be an element, it can be imagination in the picture that we cannot see. Anything is welcome, but you will describe it one by one. Every single person is going to say, I see myself in this picture as this, whatever that is that you've chosen, because dash. Clear? All right, we can take a minute. Stare hard into that picture, deep into the picture. Find yourself there in whatever element.
Arathi, for example, like
No.
what I understand
Yes.
is I see myself as maybe something in this picture like a tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Mhm.
whatever your reasoning is.
Okay. Interesting.
Thanks, Nehal, for clearing that out. And this is for all of us to speak. Please don't put it on the chat box. I would like to hear everybody's voice. Give a voice, I mean a face to the voice as well. Yeah, and whenever anybody is ready, they can start. But I will certainly give a minute, and if nobody is starting, then I'll have to pick someone. Okay. Anvita, I would really would have liked for you to speak, but I understand that there are issues. So thank you for starting us off. Anvita says, I see myself as the branches of this tree because I rely on my roots or foundation to ground me as I grow. Thanks, Anvita. If anybody has any questions on what that means, please pause. Yeah, we can come back. We can have those conversations with Anvita in some time. Yeah. Anvita, if you can pick anybody in the group so that they can take over, you can just write the name here. That will make it easier on me. Okay, Manju. Manju, I think just entered, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she just entered.
Manju might not have full context. So LMNN. Nehal, you can begin.
Okay. Firstly, I want to say I really like what Anvita has written. Very similar is the thought I had.
Okay.
I was thinking of the tree in itself, like I gave in the example. Like, but maybe the bush, I see myself as the small tree around the large tree that kind of relies or sustains or like, gets support big so that they also can grow and get nurtured by the larger tree.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nehal. If you can pick the next person.
I tag Aditya.
I knew you'll tag me. Okay. So I see myself in the picture as Mount Fuji, standing tall and proud, because I do not want to apologize for who I am. Like, sort of want to be proud of who I am.
Okay.
I'll tag Nitin.
Thank you, Aditya, for sharing that.
I knew you would tag me. Okay, so I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are.
So I see myself as uh, the blocks, or there are some unidentifying objects just behind the tree. We can see the little sort of blocks, or maybe we don't actually know what it is. So I see myself as that because uh, I think it's because the reason that the world is not able to see what it is. It is still unidentified and unreached. People do not know about it. Nobody is around that space, and even we are not able to grasp what is it from the painting. So I think I have been closeted all my life, and people do not know me as who I am. So this is why I want to. But there is so much means there is so much to share. Means the object has an identity which people must know. It is not identified because people did not visit. So yeah, it is who I am. I think.
Thank you
I
so
Thank
much.
you.
hope I make sense.
Yes, thank you, Nitin.
So I would like to tag. Just let me see. Lavanya.
Lavanya, are you there? Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes, Lavanya, we can hear you.
Um, I think I can define myself as one of the villagers. Um, Villagers maybe specifically that one villager who is like um traveling alone and like traveling to the Mount Fuji because I like to discover new things and also while being with other people, I also like my time alone.
Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you, Lavanya. Can you tag somebody else?
Um, Kirti.
Yeah, thank you, Lavanya, for tagging me. And hello, everybody. I would say that I see myself in this picture as a bird, which is not present here, but yes, it is present somewhere in the nature and contributing in this natural orientation. I see that there are so many natural things which are not harming ecosystem, and yeah, I would love to be like a bird who is not harming this natural ecosystem and orientation. Thank you. And yeah, I would like to tag 1 second. I would like to tag Nishan, maybe.
Thanks, Kriti. Kirti. Thank you so much, Kirti.
Yeah.
Kirti said Nishan.
I also
Nishan,
want to ask,
sorry, Kirti, you were saying something?
yeah, I was saying that I wanted to ask the pronunciation of the host, like the name of her
Oh,
pronunciation of her
okay. My name is pronounced as Arathi.
Arathi. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Kidok. So, Nishan, are you there? I
Nishan,
feel
I
like,
think
yeah,
his audio is, you
yeah.
can check your audio systems, but we can tag someone else, Kirti, for now.
Uh, I would like to tag them uh, to
Who? Who's two? Is she said two?
is Anvita done?
Yes, yes. Anvita is done. I can just tag Manju. Manju, did you understand what's going on here? Because you joined late. So did Prachi, Arunav. Um, have you caught up with what's happening? Do you want me to
Yeah,
repeat
maybe.
what needs to be done?
I guess we need to pick any object that's in the picture and we need to identify ourselves as one of them.
Yes, and you need to say why you're identifying with it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So if I have read the picture correct, then I can see a blue river, if that's
Yes,
correct.
yes,
Okay, so I identify myself as a I am I audible?
yes, you are.
Okay,
You
sorry.
see
I mean,
yourself. I see myself as.
yes, I see myself as a river because to me, river symbolizes, going with the flow and also acknowledging that nothing is permanent. And also, I see myself as a changing and adapting with whatever comes ahead of me. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Manju, if you can tag somebody else.
Okay. I'd like to tag Deb if he
Yeah,
has not done yet.
yeah, Dave hasn't.
Deb, are you there? Can you hear us? Yeah, because I see.
Deb, you'll have to be louder. We can't hear you. Hello. Okay, Deb, I'm not able to hear.
Deb, you can also type your
Yeah, I
answer.
think I will ask Deb, and also somebody else had an issue. Nishan and
Nishan?
Deb, if you can write down, that will be helpful. I will just tag one or two more. Amson? Amson from Darjeeling.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are.
I see myself as the house because it stands still from seasons and all. Because I like a house when it's built, no, it protects the members present over there, no. Like I'm like a house who support everyone.
Thanks for that. Prachi really likes your answer. So, can you pick someone? I'm saying this pick tag, whatever it is. Please use it synonymously.
Did Prachin did?
Okay, Prachi. We see friendships.
Um, I was waiting for it. So the thing that I resonate with in the picture, automatically my eyes went to the bluish hue that's above the picture, showing the sky. And that reminds me, I even wrote a poem a while ago, and I kind of then I wrote in it. I wrote about how I feel so similar with the sky, because even though it's always there, it's ever changing, and I it's blueth. So the blueness or the sadness, I think I kind of resonate with that sometimes. But then you see the reddish hue, and there are lilac skies, so I relate with them with different moods. So red for me could be a little passionate or angry version, and the lilac is the bubbly cherry one, and the sky again holds the stars, the moons, and it has the rainbows, but again it has the thunders and there are rains. So it's everything all together. And for me, I just love the fact that oceans and skies are so like mirrors for each other. So every time the ocean reflects each color of the sky and everything that it holds. So, and the mystery with with the associated with the sky and everything. Yeah, that. Is anyone left?
Lot of people are left. So I'll tell you. Nishan has said that he's able to speak now. So Nishan, maybe you can share.
Yeah,
Thanks, Prachi.
Hello,
Yes, Nishan.
am I audible now?
Yes.
Right. So I see myself as the Mount Fuji again, also, but let's say the Mount Fuji is a epitome of boldness and strongness and bravery itself. But in this picture, it's standing behind, it itself is hiding from it. But due to Mount Fuji being such a you know uh, I mean, Mount Fuji holding such a stature itself, it still holds strong. So, I see myself as Mount Fuji because, even being behind of everything, I still stand strong and always, emerge as the epitome of boldness.
Thank you so much for that, Nishan. Could you tag somebody? You were in and out. I'm not sure if you know.
Yeah. So who else
Trishti,
was left? I guess I'm not sure.
Arunav, Tarushi.
Okay, so I'll pick Kirti.
Uh, Kirtini, Srishti.
Okay. I'm so sorry. So then I'll pick Shrishti then.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes, Srishti, you are.
Okay, so I see myself as one of the villagers, especially the ones that are carrying some kind of weight, because they're going uphill, downhill. So that is something I feel I can resonate to. Like they are working hard, they are carrying some kind of weight. So that is something I can relate to.
Okay. Dave, we are still waiting for you to write out on the chat box. I'm just sending a gentle reminder. And last but not the least, I think Tarushi, only you're left, so maybe you can share.
Okay, hi, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so there are two things that I resonate with in this image. The first thing that really caught my attention was Mount Fuji. And the reason being that the mountain is so sort of deeply grounded, like the roots are very deeply grounded, connected to the land, to the earth, while also reaching to the sky. So, sort of the humility concept I would like to bring here. And another thing which really popped up was an indication of solitude yet of strength by the mountain. And the second object that I resonate with, so the mountain was sort of a more dominant archetype. And the second thing is the river. So there's this particular quote I heard somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm saying it out right, but it's sort of like the water, like just be like water. The water, um, it takes shapes of anything that it's poured into, but it does not lose its essence. So I think I like the river because I want to be like that.
Thank you so much, Tarushi. We just had someone join us. Punyam, you're back. Before we lose you further, and I'm not sure if your mute button is working, not working, unmuting. Would you like to go next, Punyam? If you're technically able to.
Oh, she's dropped out again.
Yeah. I figured there's some issue there. Okay, all right. So thanks so much everybody who actually is present here. I don't know Deb is still here or not. Deb, please.
Deb actually, he is in a very network.
Where is it?
This is in the village of Paringtad in the Eastern Himalayas. So yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so Dave is giving you a picture of just how it's going to be when you guys are there in about a month's time. So
Absolutely.
this is also a perspective, missing in action because of things that are out of your control. Very much a part of any exchange. Brace yourselves for that kind of an immersive experience as well. We again have Punyam here. If in case Punyam you are able to speak, can you share? And if not, it's completely fine, right? What I would like for everybody else to do is just confirm if you have your goggles or what is it called? Some sort of a glass tumbler ready. This is also fine, this kind, without the labels, clear ones like this.
Does this work? It's a sheet,
Uh,
transparent.
uh, yes and no, and you will know soon why or why not. But if anybody does not have it, just let me know right now, because then I have to think about by it's an activity at the end, but I still need to think of alternatives. That's why I'm asking. Anybody? Okay, you can stop sharing, Nihal.
Okay.
And now go to the actual slides.
Yeah, one second.
Okay. And while Nehal is trying to figure this out, can I just ask maybe one of you, anybody, How did it feel knowing somebody in the cohort through their own description of themselves in a picture?
I think it sort of gave a layered, like an understanding of one of their layers,
Yeah.
and sort of what it is that they first thought of.
Yeah.
Some sort of like a core understanding, little bit of that for
Yes.
them. Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Darushi, for that. And I know many of you may have many more things to say. We have many opportunities until the rest of the session is done. So please keep all those thoughts to yourself for now, and let's unpeel each layer as we go forward. Right now, we just completed me and Mount Fuji. We will go one more perspective into each of our personas. Next slide, please, Nehal. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward, I would say, is me and my culture. What I would like for each of us to do is go around your home, wherever you are. I hope, even if you're outside, I'm sure you can pick something up from around you. This can be an object or a picture, right? So picture is much more easier. It's your phone, your laptops, wherever you can find it. What you would have to pick is any one object or picture which you feel is best representing your culture. Now, culture in what way? ये culture है, वो culture है, that's up to you. Whatever you feel is your first thought, or whatever you see around and immediately are able to grab because of some sort of a connection to culture. That's the thing that you need to bring, and you need to share with everybody one more round of this object or picture is representative of my culture because da 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 da. Yeah, I'll give you a minute for this. Those who want to get up and move around, please feel free to do so. Yeah.
I'm having this is really fun, this activity.
Nitin is the fastest finger first person. Thank you, Nitin. And thanks, Lavanya, for that. Yes, we will attempt to know more about each other as we go forward today. Okay, Nehal, you too. You can also move around or move around your laptop, try and find a picture or an object around you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can we find virtual picture?
Yes. That's also fine. As long as you're able to screen share or in some way show others.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. ठीक है. My assumption is सबने कुछ ना कुछ लिया है. I hope everybody has picked one thing at least. Can you all give me a thumbs up if you have done so? It will be easier for me to go forward. Okay, thanks Prachi, Nishan, Manju, Lavanya. Others, Nitin has already told. Emsang, Srishti, Aditya, where are we? Are we good to go? Still finding. Tarushi is taking her time.
May
I'm back.
Okay, thanks Aditya. Who is speaking, Nehal? Somebody is trying very
first.
hard to say something. Yes. Hello. Kirti, was that you?
Yeah, Kirti, you can unmute
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah.
I
Hi. Do you want to start off? Is that why you unmuted yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Just give me one, like let's give everybody just like a 30-second window. Thanks. Anvita, Manju, are we okay to begin? Emsang? I'll just check the chat box also. Tarushi, Srishti, finding. Okay. Okay, I hope it's something tangible in everybody's hands. Alrighty, so we can begin, Kirti. Thank you so much for starting us off.
So yeah, out of everything, I picked up this
I can't see. Can anybody else see?
diya,
Diya.
which
Okay.
I have to imagine. Is it?
So we saw the diya.
Yeah,
We saw
this
it.
is the diya.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the reason behind it, I picked up this diya, and it shows that my culture, which I would like to say that I don't believe that I'm interested in one thing or would like to uh, continue, which is happening, which has been happening for years. So I would like to say that this shows that in India we have been doing manual works. I can draw anything on this diya. I can paint it whatever I would like to make it. So yeah, my culture is like that. Whatever I want to pick up, I can do it. I would say that if I want to color my in cultures, I would like to pick different cultures and mix it and have this diversity of cultures in one essence. So I can do that also.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kirti. I am this one I'm going to do. Just go ahead and pick people if that's okay. Manju, are you ready? Manju from West Bengal. Are you ready?
Yes, but
Okay.
it's a picture,
Okay.
so I may have to share my screen.
Yes.
Okay, but here it says only the host can share it.
Host,
This
can we
means
have it as everybody can share? Host is me, no? Nehal, can you make it
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that...
I can do that for you.
Yes, Kirti, your voice was clear. It was a little difficult in the beginning, but it came through.
So, yeah, I have given
It says host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
oh, okay, all participants, yes, all participants done. Manju, you can go ahead.
Manju, can you try now?
okay. Just give me a minute.
And whoever else is thinking of picture and not an object, you can go right after Manju.
Okay, is my screen visible?
Not yet.
Okay.
Nitin googly maar dete hain. Nitin is like, I have picture of the object. Wow.
Okay, now is my screen visible?
Yes, I can see cell roti.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, I guess the best thing that could represent my culture is this seal roti,
Hmm.
because usually this seal roti is prepared during the festive season,
Okay.
as usually in the times of Diwali.
Okay.
So we prepare this sale roti in order to, share it, and as a symbol of, as a symbol of celebration. We offer this to everyone who, visits our home and our neighbors.
Okay.
And just by giving this sale roti, this dish, to everyone that lives with us, around us, and even far away from us,
Yeah.
we express how much they mean to us, and even we share it to any stranger who visits our place, in order to show, warmth and hospitality.
Okay.
So yes, uh, I believe that my community uh, is such that they are very, they are very welcoming.
Okay.
Yes. So for that reason, I chose this picture.
Nice. Thank you so much, Manju.
This kind of made me feel very nostalgic.
Oh, Nehal, please share more.
Yeah, the festive season is like where families come together after like some after 2, 3 years, and the food kind of changes the whole mood of
Mm,
the thing. So you
got it.
forget all the struggles and tension.
All righty. So I will ask Nitin maybe because Nitin was the first to have it ready.
Uh, am
Let's.
I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, just sharing.
After Nitin would be Amsang. So please be ready. Okay.
Hello, I hope my voice is audible and my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is basically colors which I have it right after me. I just picked a photo of the same colors, and um, once like you told me to describe my culture with any object, just it was the nearest like most like connecting thing for me because first of all, I would like to tell you that I've grown in a very I have grown in Delhi, and means I have not experienced my community wala culture as that sort means but as a person, I believe in the value of inclusion, and this quality can be very beautifully represented by colors, how they mix into each other and create that beautiful ombre effect, and which gives a feeling of delight, joy, and peace. So I think these colors represent my culture, which is inclusivity, including all different shades. And when they blend together, they give you so much of peace and beauty, and all of that. So yeah, I believe in this.
Thank you so much,
I,
Nitin.
yeah.
Yeah, colors are always beautiful. Amsang, let's have you next. After Amsang would be Nishan. Okay, I can't hear you for some reason.
You're on mute,
Yes, you're
Amsan.
on. Yes, you're
You
on mute, Amsang.
you're still on mute. You
Mm,
can unmute.
mute.
So
Yes.
sorry for muting. So my culture, this is the plant called Oroxylum indicum. Uh, if you can see, it's
I can.
also called Totolaco full or lepcha flower. Uh, this plant is called a pure flower because it's bloom only in night. Even the bird or any insect can have its nectar. That's why it's it have a story about it that one king was told by the priest to bring a pure flower which bird or any insect can't have its nectar. So the the king searched in forest everywhere, but he didn't find any plant. No, that time one guy was walking through the forest and he told there is a plant which only blooms in night. And that time, the king told soldiers to go around the forest and search. And it's look like this plant.
That what? How is that the plant? Is that the
Yeah,
plant?
it's hanging around the tree.
Ah, okay.
That's why it's used in mostly in Tibetan culture or Buddhist or any Gurung and Mongol and all. Even in the Nepalese, in Assam, most of the Bhutan culture and all. And that's why this defines my culture.
Great.
So I
Thank
have
you.
to tell someone else.
No, I already tagged. I don't remember who. Nishan. Nishan, are you here or have you left?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
I can't, I'm not able to open my camera because I don't have a webcam with me, but I just logged in with my phone because I had an audio issue. So I
Okay.
can just share the picture. I have the object with me.
Okay.
I can just share a picture of it. I'll just,
Okay. After Nishan would be Lavanya. Please be ready.
right. So are you able to see it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe you can share the picture on the group and someone else can screen share.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll just share the picture. Just a second.
I think after that, since Arathi said Lavanya, you also can share after that.
Yeah. After Lavanya would be Anvita.
I found this pine cone,
Okay.
और this is something which reminds me of home, जो कि है हिमाचल प्रदेश में. Usually mountains are like for me home because वहाँ पे जो शांति मिलती है वो, even though Delhi is like यहीं पे रहते हैं हम लोग, लेकिन तब भी जो यहाँ पॉजिटिविटी और जो कामनेस मिलती है वो वहीं पे मिलती है. um, बस.
हाँ बस.
आई फाउंड दिस स्टार्स टू क्योंकि वहां से ना जो स्काई है वो काफी क्लियर होता है.
सोच सोच के निकाला है या फिर दिखा तो उस पे बना दिया कहानी?
नहीं मतलब ये सब मतलब रैंडमली पड़ा हुआ है आसपास तो.
पता ही है हिमाचल प्रदेश के इतने सारी चीजें वही टपके पड़े हैं. वेरी नाइस. थैंक यू सो मच लावण्या.
Okay,
निशान
Nishan's
से
I can share for Nishan. Yeah, this is the one, right, Nishan?
Oh, I know
Yeah.
this. Yes, go ahead.
So this is called a japi. It's a form of prestige, or it's a form of gift that is given in Assam as of right now. But majorly it used to, and it still is used as an umbrella, as a substitute to an umbrella. Uh, so this shows my culture as a whole itself, because the whole Assamese culture, all the whole Bihu and all the festivals are surrounded around farmers, and this is something farmers used to wear and farmers used to make by the scraps of straws itself. So yeah, this is something which reflects my culture.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So just a food for thought, not food for thought, something a bit about me because this came up is I spent the first 3 years of my life in Assam. So my father used to be in
Oh,
the Northeast posted as part of his work. So I do have a connection with the Assamese culture.
oh,
All right. Anvita, are you here or not? You're here. Okay. After Anvita, Tarushi, then Aditya.
My screen is still recording. I mean, yeah. Does anyone want to share the screen, Anvita? Or do you want to also share it on the WhatsApp group?
Anvita, you're there. You're on mute. Would you like to unmute?
Till then, we can go with someone else, I
Yes,
guess.
hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll just try sharing my screen.
Aditya, and after that would be Prachi. Yeah.
Just give me a moment, there's some network issue, I'm not able to.
No problem. Aditya, you're ready?
Yes, okay, can you see it?
Oh, I see a lot of
Yeah, sorry. So
images.
it's sort of like very philosophical, and a lot of you might or might not relate to it or align with it. So culture is like, if you try to understand the basic meaning of culture, it's some sort of ideas or beliefs that you surround yourself with, which makes you thrive. And I'm a very, I'd say, a spiritual person believing in energies and all. So there's this one picture that I found. It has a lot of the golden tint and then a rainbow tint towards the eyes. Sorry. So that's sort of like an energetic understanding or like an aura of a person. And then the eyes specifically. So, you know, when you look at somebody's eyes, you can know a lot of things that they're maybe not verbalizing or maybe not talking about it, something of that sort. So a lot of understanding of the humanness of another person, while also acknowledging that who they are is way beyond their human existence. It's like that sort of thing. I have two or three pictures more. So this one particular picture, there are like two faces and then there are two people. And when you look at the heads of the two people, there is like a particular element of each other's existence in the two. So it's sort of again like an unconditional understanding and acceptance of the other person, of somebody else, where you try to understand who they are by going beyond their humanness, or yeah, that sort of thing.
Thank you so much. Uh, who was before Tarushi? Anvita, is she here? She's not there. Okay. Aditya, over to you.
Sure.
Prachi, you're next.
So I hope everyone can see the screen.
Yes. Yes.
So this is basically my front yard right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my culture because my Nanaji used to be an Ayurvedic doctor.
Okay.
Post independence, before independence, he was part of the freedom struggle. And after that, he became like he started a free hospital,
Okay.
Ayurvedic hospital. And that is where my mom also learned a lot about Ayurveda and a lot about basically living with the nature, like how you can use various herbs and
Yeah.
different plants to, treat yourself or things. And this is what my mom has also continued, that we grow a lot of different herbs here, but then
Okay.
also some vegetables. The big tree it's a lemon tree. There are like more than 100 lemons on it, so we make lemonade using this. And on the next to it is a mango tree, and mango. Then we don't throw any wet waste outside the house.
Oh.
All of that goes inside this place, and it just becomes like manure fertilizer for it. So it's sort of like a small ecosystem within the house. So yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Aditya, for that. Prachi?
Yeah, I do have the object cherry with me. It was so easy to spot just when you said culture. I was like chicken curry.
Oh, Lucknow.
Because yeah, because I'm from Lucknow, and I did wear it. Like I think
So I'm originally from Puja. Chhat Puja to me is also symbolic of the whole community coming together, the whole family coming together. That's why I have another object as well. I have, don't know if you can see, it's a photo frame of my family.
Oh.
So the whole community comes together in this. So that is very important to me, and we all help each other. So yeah, that's why I chose these subjects.
Thank you so much, Srishti.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just beaming because I work in Bihar, so that culture connect.
Okay.
Okay, now we have Nehal. And if I have missed anybody, I'm really sorry. Please volunteer yourself and do this. Nehal, you can go next.
So, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Hello?
That's enough. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's black.
Oh,
Now I can see it. Now we can see it. Yeah.
yeah, my the office Wi-Fi is a little unstable right now. But what I this is a picture that I
Yes,
took.
some internet issue.
Yes, I'll just switch off my video. This is a picture that I took a few years back. And this was during a trek to Sandakfu. And why I chose this picture was is the terrain for me that kind of speaks so much about the my culture, in a sense that we were born and raised in the Rocky Mountains, and seeing the skies turn either blue or full of clouds. And the terrain also, like, because of the fact that the climatic conditions are also kind of extreme sometimes, it kind of resembles a lot of the hardships of the communities, as well as how we have to kind of work sometimes 2 times or 4 times harder to kind of achieve something maybe. Uh, so it's very dear to me, and with it also comes the beauty, of that, you climb on top of a hill and you will see the snowy mountains and the blue skies. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Nehal. No problem, Punyam. In some time going into breakout rooms, you hopefully will be in a group where somebody can explain to you what all we have covered so far. But without further ado, I really do want to thank all of you for sharing what you did. Nehal, if you can just start back to the
Yeah,
slides.
okay, sure. Before that, do you also want to share? You haven't
I
shared.
do want to share, but I didn't have time to go and pick something up. I will share by
Ah,
close.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I hope you have already brought the back end work of what is it called, breakout rooms together. Yes. Next slide. Okay. So what we're going to do right now we have shared another layer, like how Tarushi had said in the beginning, little bit more layering. We have found a few more things about each other. Now we'll go deep dive. Deep dive is what we will do in our own breakout rooms. Every breakout room will have at least 3 or 4 people. Nehal, I hope if you want to be in one of them, that's great. What we will do is you will take 1 to 2 minutes to first write down your answers to 2 simple questions. Right? The questions are there, question 1, Q1, Q2. Once everybody has written down, you will share openly in that small breakout room. Right? This is individual exercise you will do, and then you will share in the group. Once the sharing is done, you will also discuss amongst yourself 2 more questions. One is, were there any surprising elements you found out about each other? And were there any commonalities in terms of what was shared? Right? This entire thing I will copy paste into your chat box so that it's not missed out. So don't get confused about that. The main thing is that there are 2 questions that each of us need to think about. The questions have similar wordings except for the words that have been highlighted. One is comfort, one is discomfort, right? Question number 1, I am most comfortable sharing this aspect, element, behavior, or attitude of my personality in front of others. You're going to say which part of you are most, or part of your personality you're most comfortable sharing in front of others and why. Second question is, I am most uncomfortable sharing part of my personality or character in front of others and why. Yeah. Any questions here? Again, only those 3 to 4 of you in your rooms will be privy to this. At any point, if you feel like you're being put on a spot, you don't want to do some part of this activity, that's completely fine. You can opt out during that 4 people conversation. But at least for yourself, I would urge that in that self-writing activity, do that. Yes? Is it good to go? Anybody having any questions? Okay. So Neha,
Yeah, sure. Should I open the breakout rooms?
you can open the breakout rooms. Everybody please accept. And before
Oh, okay. I can't change without. I have to be host. Okay, see you then.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Nihala.
Hello, hi. I'm Sang Shishti. Since you guys were the only 2 people, I have also come to share. So did you guys get the question?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, okay. Please continue. I'm just here.
we already asked it each other.
Already shared.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, so what is the most comfortable I'm most comfortable sharing this of my personality in front of others. Why? Can I have like a quick get to know you guys kind of a thing, maybe? What was the Shishti, you can start. Um, what are you most comfortable in? What was the thing that you shared?
So, like I said, that my personality is more on the introverted side. So, at first I feel a bit hesitant to share things. But if I get close to someone, then it's much easier for me. And also, like in small groups, I think I interact much better compared to large groups. And I think in Sung and I also have uh, this speaking thing in common, from what I understood.
Okay, interesting. And Amsang, what about you?
Like, it's mainly about the humans. Like, most of the, like, from our childhood, like, after the age of 15, we get menstruation and all. We feel very shy to share and all. No?
Hmm.
That time, my father was like supporting, like, do you need pads and all? Like, my father was buying. It was like very surprising, no? Like others, my friend used to say, I can't share with my father and all that kind of thing, no? That time I used to talk frankly with my friends, my father buy this for me and all. And that time I feel proud that I can influence other also. Having a menstruation is not you are impure or some kind of curse and all. That time I did that one program in school, and that time I communicate with the students and all. That and they were saying there is a like culture that you can go to the kitchen and all, you can
Mm.
touch, you can sit beside the men and all. And that time they were asking me why is that one, and I told that you are a woman, that's a god gift, no? You can, there is not, there should be no unfair, no, for women to go to kitchen, have food, or sit separately with their family members and all. That time when I encourage the student and all, they feel very happy. And even I share about the sanitary pad. Now the sanitary pads are using sawdust, which is very harmful for women. Most of them are
Okay.
having infection and all, and most of them are facing the when they are not getting pregnancy, some kind of miss pregnancy and all, or menopause. And that time I told about some of the human like teenagers are not having regular periods and all. That's because of the pads which they are using that chemicals and all. And that was very good to share with the student. And the most uncomfortable thing was like like stage frightening and all. Like before I used to
Okay.
feel very stressed and frightening. Like I used to feel very nervous when people used to stare at me, like my principal ma'am used to be a happy face, no, I to encourage me. But my teachers and all, they used to stare me so like dead people used to stare and I used to feel so nervous and I used to sick. But also my friends were behind my backstage. My friends, we used to support me, you can do it, and they used to give me water and all. And it makes me like proud that behind my back so many people are there to support.
Very, very interesting. Thanks for sharing the second question also, that you are uncomfortable, and public speaking is actually also my space of uncomfort. Shishti, would you like to also share what you are uncomfortable in?
I think I can relate to Imsang when it comes to stage fright. And like when I was in school, I used to fear public speaking, but in our school, it was like compulsory. You have to speak during assembly.
Hmm.
So that was something I had to face. But like I think facing that actually made me more confident in just participating in these things. Like facing your fears actually make you more confident doing those things.
Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. So like three of us, we have one similarity of public speaking, being uncomfortable in public
Yeah.
speaking, I guess. And I'd also like to share, I'm comfortable actually most when I'm on my own, kind of at the end of the day, because most of the time I'm outside, engaging with people, talking to people, this, that. But at the end of the day, I'd like to come back and relax, be in my room. Or if I'm traveling, I would like to go like solo and kind of just be on my own. So that's the space where I'm most comfortable in, because it kind of makes me, take a few steps back, unwind, relax, and actually clear my mind of everything that's going on in my life. So, yeah. Okay. What is the second? There was another part also. Once sharing is done, as a group, answer these questions. Were there any surprising elements you found out about each other? I think we did. But also, were there any commonalities? I think we did. But I also want to know, from the two of you, were there any surprising elements like before I stepped in that you guys found out about each other? Or do you still want to talk more?
Mm, I wouldn't say surprising, but I got to know Imsang, yeah, a little bit better. Like we had a more personal introduction to each other. So that was nice. And the menstruation part that she told, like it's a big stigma in many places in India. Like, in Kolkata also, it's a big city. Yet there is this stigma like you can't go to the kitchen or you cannot go to this particular puja place or some things like that. But in some speaking about that, I think that was a really good thing.
Hmm. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Amsang, the story. I mean, it's prevalent in most parts of India and in the Indian subcontinent, I feel. Even I've seen this in Nepal, Bangladesh, and I've heard about this in Pakistan, Afghanistan. I mean, there's a lot of gender bias and a dominating patriarchal system, which kind of influences the lives of women to such an extent that it goes to their own personal, natural personal well-being of like menstrual thing, because it's a very natural process for people, but it's also so part of the custom that women, it's kind of a subjugation only, right? Like you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go to the temple or the kitchen, and there's a tax for just being a woman, like because the tax you're paying is kind of having to, like, the sanitary napkins are expensive in one way, and the other is like the taboos behind, like about just talking, being comfortable to talk with your family. So I think, yeah, I agree with Shrishti, like your story of like how comfortable you are in sharing that with your friends and family. I think it is interesting to know. And I think we should go back now. We are at the end. So I will just, are you good? Do you guys want to say anything before we leave? Anything? Do you?
Us, we all found a commonality. So
Oh,
Oh,
that's
interesting.
okay. All right. Any other group that felt okay? Who was it? Somebody said
Lavanya,
Tarushi more time. So
more time.
only one group, I guess, needed that more time, right? Every other group was able to share.
So, like, we were also basically able to share and gather some understandings, but उसके बाद हम किसी और topic पे पहुंच गए. So,
उसके
entire.
लिए I cannot take
You
responsibility.
have
That will go
the
outside.
you have the whole of the immersion
Yeah.
to see each other 24/7 for 17 days. So yeah.
Just stealing chances here and there.
Okay, Nehal, can we go back to the slide then?
Yeah, yeah.
How was it
Uh,
for all of you? I saw some fun and internet. But overall, how was it? Just in one word?
Immersive.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So Nehal, next slide. Thanks, Samsung. Okay. True diversity. So we come to this as established. What was the point of identifying me, right? Me in the picture. After that, we started thinking about layers of me, right? Somebody, I think Tarushi, to me, and now we are in a place where more of me and more layers of me. So there's a lot of me, and a lot of layers. I hope we're starting to see that. Because that's the true diversity that we want to start establishing here. If it was not obvious before this session, it's becoming obvious now, and it will continue to become more obvious as we go forward. And I'd like to show you my culture here. This one right here is my little one. I don't know how to unblur him. Sorry, yeah, there he is. Okay, yeah. Yes,
oh,
he's a
that is
cutie.
why the delay.
Yes. He's a cute one. Why culture is because actually he's of merged culture. My husband is from UP. I am from Kerala. I also have my other representation. I don't know if you can see the golden thingy. So this one right here is a merged culture. And that's the culture I am taking forward as well in my life. So that's dish connection. Now coming back to the true diversity part, he's saying hi. So what we want to start recognizing here is that there are so many experiences each of us have, right? We scratched a little bit of the surface talking about what we are comfortable sharing about us. Baby's gone for some time. I will have help in a minute or two, so don't worry about the background noise. But essentially, so many experiences that we haven't yet shared with each other, right? Some part of our culture we have shared, some layers of each of us we have shared. But essentially, just celebrating the diversity here of young, amazing people that you guys are over here, right? Just establishing that before we go forward. My question then goes to, um, is this all that we are going to experience in when we say immersion, right? Somebody said this was an immersive activity. Anything else comes to your mind when we talk about the word immersion, and anything else comes to your mind when I speak of the word diversity? Okay, so before we go forward, this is the question that I want to leave with you guys. Anybody, one or two people can just answer whatever thought.
So I feel emotion is sort of like you, it's just a thought that came to my mind when I heard the word. Like you being who you are and yet immersing or mixing with other people's social reality or other people's world. Like just popping into their little bubble of their world and trying to immerse yourself there to have a whole understanding of their world and maybe also themselves. Sort of.
Great beginning that you have brought out for us. If somebody else can just say, okay, so we know this is an aspect of immersion. We also know that there's so much diversity here. So my question is, what does diversity open doors for?
I
What
have
does diversity
something.
bring about, basically? Yes, please go ahead.
Um, So I think it's for a long time I've thought that it's such a tragedy that I can experience so little because there's so much happening around the world and I'd like to know every culture, every tradition and every language. But because that's not possible, I think this is a taste of it because when so many people come together and because somebody mentioned earlier to be like water, to flow everywhere, to be free flowing, but to still remain in your own true nature. So I think diversity brings that element.
Thanks, Prachi. Anybody else? Tarushi, I have read what you have read. I have what you have said. Anybody else? Yeah. Okay. So as we go forward, I just want to bring everybody's attention to these 2 to 3 questions. Whom is this exchange for? Thanks, Manju. Whom is this exchange for? It's an exchange program. So who is it for?
If I may answer that,
Yes.
it is for me, but also others. Like it's for both the communities, the New Delhi community and the Northeastern community. So it's like for both of them, I would say.
Okay. Thanks, Aditya, for starting us off. Anybody else? Yes.
It's also for the people that we will be meeting there. So
Yes, yes. And by these people meeting, you mean this 1 month that you're going for, correct? Yes. And that's why I've written think again who else is benefited, challenged, or affected by the exchange. Right? And when I spoke about diversity and what it opens doors to, yes, all of you told some beautiful things, but it also opens doors to conflicts, discomfort, and a lot of new things that you have culturally opposition to, right? So the reason for just bringing this out, and we're not going to deep dive into the negatives and the challenges right now, but just recognize that diversity is not, and immersion is not just about the happy yay everything's going to be great. It will be a majority of it, but it will also be a lot about unpeeling each of our layers with ourselves, to ourselves, and also each other. Yeah. And that's why this question is important. Are you aware of the real stakeholders in this entire exchange, right? You're important. In fact, you're the most important person in your story, but there are thousands of other important people whose importance you're aware of only a little bit. The attempt today is to expand that, starting to expand that. Yeah, we're here, everybody with me. I don't want to get too philosophical. I'll try and keep it short in that sense. Are we all okay? If yes, just give me a thumbs up and we will move on to the very last segment for today. Okay. All righty. Thanks, Nihal. Let's go to the last slide. Okay. So sorry, I don't know why. You will have to, Nihal, you'll have to screen, what is it called? Refresh the screen. I have changed
Oh,
the wordings. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Cool. Just give me a moment.
Yeah. All right. So while Nehal is tracing that, can everybody bring your goggles? Goggles, yeah, tumbler, glass, everything. And whoever can keep your videos on, please keep it on. It's just the last segment. After this, I swear. No more bhashan. We will close for the day.
Will this work?
No, that doesn't work. But you can take it
It
off.
should.
You can take it off. Yeah, that's the way I would say. If you don't have another, you can take this one off. Yeah. All right. So, Samsung, maybe you can come online. Lavanya, I know you were able to come online. Could you come online, please? Tarushi, I think you were able to come online. Maybe you weren't. I'm not remembering. But essentially, what I want you guys to do is take the goggles and put that on. And if you have your normal glasses on, remove that.
I don't have goggles.
Uh, you don't have, no? Do you have glass, tumbler? Glass. Now, please share what you're seeing. What are you seeing right now?
I'm barely seeing, to be honest.
You're not able to see much, right? Yeah, Prachi, that's you. Yes. Aditya?
Very my surroundings.
Okay. Okay, great. What about you, Lavanya? Because you put it on. Yes. How do you see it? Just open it up. Open it up. Open. Yes, and see it like this. Yeah. How are you able to see things onto the other side? हाँ आप यू अनम्यूट कर लो.
Blurry, blurry.
Blurry. Yeah. Thanks. So anybody who tries this will be able to do it. Thank you three for trying and showing others as well. Aditi, you can bring it down. You look really cool, but yeah, thanks for the experiment. So, but basically, what are we seeing here? What we have seen here is the fact that you will have to put certain lenses on to be able to see a new view. Whether that's unclear, whether that's clear, whether that's blurred, whether that's blacked out, is essentially what a new lens brings, right? And even for you, Prachi, taking out the lens, that's a completely new way of looking at things, right? It's something you're not used to. And that's essentially what is happening when you go through an immersive process, right? You are getting a new view. You're already, some of this is comfortable, some of this is predictable, like how we had questions and we are trying to understand each other. That already worked. But there's going to be a lot more that's going to have from new lenses you will be forced to look at. Yeah. You will start unclear, but the invitation is to keep these questioning of each other happening, knowing each other and deeply understanding each other going on, so that you will have the clarity emerge instead of the lens being the way that you saw currently. Yeah, that's everything about this exchange. That's everything about immersion. Yes. And that's everything about my son and his opinions. I'm just going to pause. I am having a question there, which is the last question. If anybody wants to answer that, please do. How is this new view related to the question prompts, all activities that have happened today, and specifically with regards to the exchange programs, community immersion element? I have closed it and I have written a word on top called shared culture. Right? We haven't gone into that. If we have an option later, we can come back another day and pick it up. However, anything in closing about all these words and keywords that have come out to you today?
Uh, okay, yeah.
Is it too deep of a question for the last question of the day? Yes. Forget it. Nobody has to answer it. All I'm going to ask you guys is to stay with the nichode of today's session, right? The fact that we will have to come together more often and understand each other and be very aware that that aspect of diversity can bring out multiple things that we need to start looking at from a new lens. That's essentially all there is to it. I will close here. If anybody has any questions for me or has anything to say, etc., you can share right now, stay back, or write to Nehal later. Yeah, that's it.
I think this is a very interesting question though, like and it takes a while to kind of actually sit back and think. Uh, but if you guys have any answers later also, yeah, like Aarti mentioned. Yeah, Prachi, you want to go? You to share something?
Yeah. Um, so I was thinking about it, and even I wrote in the application form that I believe it's very important to keep learning, but it's more important to keep unlearning. And I think from when we take up new lenses, it's very important to remember that the previous set of knowledge or ideas that we have may or may not be best suited for the new experiences that we get into. And it's like a constant reminder for me. I personally keep reminding myself that what I know right now may not be, it might be useful for me right now, but maybe I might have to unlearn it, depending on the new circumstances or the experiences of other people that I work with. And it does not have to be as big as a culture change or having to meet a whole new group of people, but it can even be as simple as meeting someone with a different background than yours. It can be maybe just a different childhood than yours, or maybe just a different age group than yours.
Thanks, Prachi, for bringing that together. I was starting to lose hope, but you saved the session. So awesome. Thank you all for joining me. And I mean, almost full house stayed back, which is great. I hope we can meet again and we can take a look at, some of the elements here a little bit more in depth later on. And if that doesn't happen before your immersion, all the very best. Enjoy, but always keep your lenses in check, right? That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aarti. Thank you so much. I would like to also request if we could share your LinkedIn with the cohort, and they can
Yes.
get in touch with you. And
Yes.
uh, I mean, and we would love to have you again. Like maybe soon, or maybe like during the immersion also. Like if we have space for a virtual session, that like it would be great for you to come back because there's so much more to explore, I feel. And Aarti, you have just really warmed up the space and that mental preparation for everyone to kind of be able to see how it is going. So I really am grateful for that. Honestly, that is like half the work that we are trying to do. So like, yeah, you've covered it in a session and beautifully that also. And thank you so much. I'll also thank everyone for staying
Yeah.
for this long. Like, I mean,
Yes.
really appreciate that despite having trouble connecting. And Punyam, I could see Punyam coming in and out, but still, stay till the end. I just want to say one more thing. We do a ritual here, which is we take a screenshot. Uh, so if you're okay with that, I am going to, if everyone can turn on their cameras for 2 minutes. Oh wow, that's lovely. Arthi is learning. Arati is learning a few
You missed
tricks.
it.
You have to do it again. I'm waiting for others. All right,
Oh, there it
everyone,
is.
ready? Okay. One more try. One more try, Arati.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, I got something out of it. At least I hope. All right. See you guys. Thank you so
Happy
much.
weekend. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much, Arathi. It was really amazing. And thanks, Nehal.
Thank you.
We
Lovely.
have one last session for tomorrow.